heart. I'm the cartoonist and creator of Hutch Owen, which has been comic books and graphic novels and mini comics and comic strips, and it's been nominated for the Eisner and for the Harvey and for the Ignatz Award. And I've also been a core instructor of cartooning at New York City's School of Visual Arts for 10 years. And I've decided to take what I've learned as a teacher for 10 years and as a cartoonist for 20 years and as a member of the New York City arts community and the Seattle cartooning community and the Austin, Texas community and the Boston community, and take those resources and open up the kind of school that I always wish I could have attended. A small, informal, intensive school dedicated to all the aspects of cartooning in a mellow but intensely creative and inspiring environment. We're calling it the Sequential Artists Workshop, and our mission is to make students into artists and to make artists able to work. The plan is for the school to begin operating with a single-year intensive certificate program. 5 classes a week, 3 hours a day. There'll be a comics exercise class, a project-centered comics studio class, classes in drawing and visual technique, and a culture, history, and context class. Our great instructors will include my wife, Leela Corman, who's illustrated dozens of books, and whose giant graphic novel Unterzocken is coming out from Pantheon in spring 2012. And Dan Stepp, who did some great comics in the 90s and now focuses on these wonderful oil paintings that are full of narrative detail. They bring ideas of Renaissance imagery and composition, and they bring in ideas sort of in the cultural landscape and the current mythologies, and they sort of fuse them together. And he's a great technician and also a great thinker about this kind of stuff. Gainesville, Florida is the perfect place for this kind of school for a number of reasons, not the least of which is the connection to the University of Florida. At UF, there's a dozen or so men and women who are in the English department who study graphic novels and comic history as a regular practice. They host a yearly academic seminar there where they flow down luminaries like Dan Clowes and Kim Deitch and Dylan Horrocks and Joe Sacco, Eddie Campbell. The school is a place that's definitely interested in comics and sequential art. To start the school, we need to file lots of forms and pay some fees to the State of Florida Department of Education in their Commission of Independent Education. Before we can file those applications, we need to have secured a correctly zoned space. There are lots of great empty spaces in Gainesville. There's warehouses and commercial storefronts and raw second-floor spaces. And that's our goal, to make it through this first hurdle. Finding and securing a space, filling out our forms with the Florida DOE and the CIE. And your donations will help us do that. We're setting a goal of $7,000, which we hope to augment with grants and other donations. To say thank you, we've got original art by Nick Bertozzi, by Jason Little, comic strips by myself, original drawings by Leela Corman. We've got prints by Sarah Varon and Vanessa Davis. We've got lots of other things all listed on the site. And your donations are tax deductible. Check us out on the web, click any of the links around, see more about our plans. We're really excited about this school. It's going to be a great place to study, to work, to practice, to learn about comic art, and it's going to be a great place to become a cartoonist.